Now, I am here for Millions Press, and today I'm thrilled to be joined by Petra Damm, who is an arm wrestler out of Sweden and is set to compete at Global Elite Arm Wrestling 1 on September 7th, here in
Yeah.
Toronto, actually. So you can buy tickets at the Global Elite Arm Wrestling website, or if you can't make it in person, it will be streamed live on millions.co, the pay-per-view. So, Petra, how are you doing?
Yeah, I'm fine actually, really good. I have a vacation right now, so trying to train a lot and just
Yeah.
chill. Yeah.
Well, I'm fascinated by the sport of arm wrestling. I'd love to learn a little bit more about it. Can you tell us how you a little bit about your background and how you came to arm wrestling?
I'm kind of new in the sport. This is my 7th year, actually, and I started out just a coincidence because I tried out when they have an open house at my gym in the south part of Sweden, below in the south parts. So I just tried, and people that told me that I was kind of strong, good hand, good wrist. Earlier, I did horseback riding, and I've been a soccer player. So maybe the stable work had made me some kind of strong. So yeah, they told me that I was strong, and when I get back from my hometown up to Stockholm, where I lived then, I just reached out to a club and started to practice. So, and it went well.
And
Yeah.
how has your journey been since then? So seven years since you've been in arm wrestling. I know you've competed against opponents from all over the world. Can you tell us a little bit about how that professional journey has been?
Yeah, I started to compete 2018, I think.
17, I think.
So okay, the first smaller competition I think was in 17. Then I won that in my left arm. The right arm is not my best arm; it's the left one. But I'm right-handed, but the left is better. And after that, I think in 2018, I competed in the Europeans, the Swedish champion nationals, and I came, I think, third. So I got the free ticket, you can say, because the second one didn't show up or didn't want the place for the Europeans. And there I competed in the master category only because I'm a master. So I competed in the master category and I took silver. Sorry. Maybe.
You're grand. You're grand.
My mother or father-in-law, I think, was showing up. So maybe I should go outside. Yeah.
It's no problem. It's no problem.
So then in 2018, I did the first Europeans and then the Worlds. And I think I took 4th place in the Worlds 2018.
Wow.
And then we had this split between IFA and WAF, and it has been some arguments between the federations. So Sweden ended up in IFA, and I competed in IFA 1 year, and I took gold in both seniors and masters. And after that, I chose actually WAF. So now I compete in the World Arm Wrestling Federation. And there I came second in the Europeans. I think that was 2018 in the seniors, or 2019. 2019, I took second place in the senior category under 70 kilos. So that's kind of the best I have achieved, I think, on the paper, because it's WAF. It's World Arm Wrestling Federation. So
Yeah. And very good. So 2024 now, what are your goals then right now? You're competing now in a month or two's time. What are your goals, your kind of short-term and long-term goals right now?
I think I'm going to the Worlds in August. So it's 2 weeks before the super match against Angela. And my goal is to take a medal, actually, on Worlds. And I only compete in the senior category for now because it's too much energy if you chose both master and senior, I think. So I chosen to just compete in the senior class or category. So I'm aiming for a medal. I was close. These Europeans we had in May, beginning of May, I think. I ended up 4th because I had a protest against me and a kind of movement in referee script and yada yada. So I didn't get to the semifinal. I just ended up as the 4th place, which is the yeah, that's not good.
Oh yeah, can I ask? Yeah. Can I ask what happened there that you weren't able to compete?
In the Europeans?
Yeah.
Yeah. I ended up fourth because in the round for the semifinals, I won the match, but I got the protest against me. So after they had looked at the screens and they had checked out, they found a small movement in referee's grip. So I lost that match with 2 falls. So I didn't get to the semifinals. Otherwise, I had a third place. Yeah, at least. And it felt good. It was really felt good.
Yeah, so you had moved your arm before.
Yeah, I actually moved my head, and you can move the head, but when I moved the head, you could see a small movement in the shoulder. You couldn't see it with your eyes. You have to look at the screen.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's yeah, it is what it is. I'm not saying, but I won that match with a pin, a real pin. So it was kind of it was a disappointment that this small thing could make me end up with a loss instead of a win, of course. So,
And
but I was
very close, obviously.
Yeah.
And are there a lot of like regulations and rules like that in arm wrestling that are very strict?
Yeah, they are. And in the big tournaments like Europeans and Worlds, it's a big difference, I think, compared to the small competitions where they're allowed a little bit more. But when you compete on this level, they are strict with the rules. So, and they film everything. They have live streams, so they can always go back. And if there is a protest, they can always look at the video. So even if there is 2 referees on the stage, they sometimes, there are protesters. So you cannot do anything about that. I think when you have a super match like the upcoming match, it's not that what you call it. They're not so picky about certain things because you want the match to be win by pin, not by a false or
technicality.
false. Yeah, so
One
that's
thing,
funnier.
it is. And one thing I want to ask, just when you said like you're right-handed, but you compete with your left hand, how does that work? Like, how do you, like, do you have to be matched up against other left-handed athletes or athletes who use their left hand?
Yeah, I think you can either choose to compete in both or you just choose the left. So some athletes are really right-handed and some of them are just left-handed. So it's a big difference. I think Angela in this game, I think she preferred the right arm, but she's good in the left also. But for me, a right-handed match wouldn't have been a match for her. It's a big difference between right and left for me.
That's crazy. It must make it very strange then, like knowing you can beat someone with one hand and not with the other. It must be a weird feeling, and it must make competitions quite odd. Like how does a title work? Are there always like 2 champions?
Yeah. It's always they are totally separated, so you can
Wow.
always do only one of them, which it's good. If you have one bad arm and one good arm, it's perfect. So,
That's interesting.
I compete with the right also, but not. I think it's not good enough for the highest level because the weaknesses in it shows. So good pullers can easily find out where to go.
So if you're left-handed, is it difficult to find competition? I guess it's difficult to find competition in all of arm wrestling, but specifically now that you're left-handed, like, are you using left?
I think it's hard because the right hand has a higher status. If you're right-handed, it's better. You can compete in bigger tournaments or like super matches. It's rated higher if it's a right-handed match. I think that's more, or I think we try to build up left-handed pullers also because there are quite many left-handed pullers also right now. But I think it's still a higher status on the right arm.
And how has arm wrestling grown in like Sweden and globally since you started?
In Sweden, I think it has been a doubled in athletes since this 7 years about, and I think we are 5 or 6 new clubs this latest year only. So it's growing, but it's still small. I think it's about. Anders, you need to help me out. He just ran away. That's what not a nice friend. Come on. He's better on this with knowing the. I think we are about around 1,000
maybe
athletes
1,000
or something.
Really?
Yeah, so it's not so big, and most of them is competing on national level. I think the female pullers, Swedish female pullers are really high level in many weight classes, but the male is more like. Do you agree?
Yeah, I mean the interest for arm wrestling really started increasing a lot when social media got involved, and we got, I think Larry Wheels brought a huge amount of people, and then added to like Devon and the big guys, and because every newcomer coming into the club already knows the basics and have already seen a lot of things, so they usually have a fairly good start. That's at least my
they have
impression.
they have some skills when they arrive. They know a lot about the hand control and
they've seen the
angles
movies.
and.
Well, that's one thing I want to talk to you guys about is training and preparation. So, like, what does a typical training routine look like for you, Petra? Say as you lead up to a competition.
For me, this recent year, I have tried to focus more on table time. Earlier, I trained at the gym and I tried to gain strength, and we did a lot of arm wrestling specific. But I didn't feel that I growed in that because I'm strong enough, but I'm not good enough in arm wrestling. So the last year I have focused on table time with Anders. A lot of training with Anders, shorter sessions, and thinking about
multiple
the techniques.
times a week.
And like, what specific exercises or drills do you think are most effective for improving performance?
Yeah, it's hard to say. Maybe
depends on the weaknesses.
Find the weaknesses and be stronger in them. But it is a lot about hand control. So it's pronation if you are a top roller, of course, or pronation even if you're a hooker. But a lot of pronation, rise, back pressure, and then angles. But it all starts in the hand. If you don't get the hand control, you don't get control over the arm. So.
As in controlling the hand itself, like from moving back and forth? Or?
Yeah, moving back and forth to the finger strength and the wrist strength to keep the opponent's hand in yours, so you can. Because if you don't have the hand control, you cannot control the hand either, so you cannot connect with the muscles in the same way. So all starts in the hand, I should say.
You access your own power by the hand, and you can remove power from the opponent by using your own hand. So you make the opponent not accessing their power as much.
And that's interesting. Like, how much can you train per week? Like, surely there's only a certain number of hours per day where you can train before it becomes impossible. You probably can't even move your hands.
Yeah, I can train high volume, I think.
Yeah,
that's also, I think, very individual, because I'm used to train a lot with high volume from the soccer playing and the stable work, like doing everything all over and all over again and again and again. So for me, I think I can train a lot, but you have problems with high volume.
Yes.
So I think that's very individual, and you need to find out what's perfect for you and not what other people say it's good.
And speaking of kind of on like training and success on an individual level, how much of success is kind of natural? Like, would you say you're naturally gifted at arm wrestling?
Oh, I don't know.
Like, is there an element of natural strength, or does it matter? Could anyone
Yeah,
take
of
it up
course
and be successful?
of course there's some kind of genetic, because I have
Yeah.
big hands and strong wrists, and I'm kind of big. So yeah, of course that's the genetic is.
Yeah, the strength part. I think she's really easy. She builds strength really easy, and I think that comes from your family basically.
Yeah.
You're all strong.
Yeah, and that you have.
Yeah.
And then I have worked with my body all my life. I've always been doing hard work. I've lifted things, and so for me it's natural to use the body in that way. I have never trained with weights before I started with arm wrestling. I am always been doing for the soccer playing, you need to be the cardio is more important. So I have always been in the stable and then doing cardio for the soccer playing. So I have never built the strength in the gym before. So for me it's new to lift weights, if you say that. So but it has turned out good. I think you can say.
Does the way you prepare change with an opponent? Like an opponent that might have a particular style, or is it all very similar?
No, I should say similar.
Yeah.
Because I so focused on my own progress. So I don't think so much about the opponent. It's more like I know where I need to be better and stronger and faster. So I'm just focused on that. But then we know, and I don't know so much about in this. Now it's Angela, and I don't know so much about her because you cannot see so much, and a lot about what she has done is before, and it's often with her right arm. So it's hard to do something with the information.
Yeah.
So I'm just trying to think that I'm going to be as strong as I can when we are in September or in August for the Worlds, but in September.
In September as well.
Yeah, December.
So going into the Worlds, you're looking for a medal. Is there any athlete in particular that stands out to you as someone who's very promising, who's going to be your biggest competition?
No.
No.
No, I'm not going to focus on who's on the other side of the table this time. I'm just going to pin them.
I like that. Well, listen, Petra, you are my favorite arm wrestler from Sweden. I'll tell you.
Oh, good,
no, but
good.
Listen, I want to support you. I want fans to keep up with you and your content. Where can they follow you on social media, or where can they keep up with you and your content?
And you mean followers?
Yeah.
You want to have the
Instagram.
Yeah, the
you guys have
Instagram
Instagram or?
Yeah, I think it's Petra Damm 99.
Yeah. Very good. Okay. And is there any YouTube or anything that you would like to create content in future?
No, we don't have. No, I don't have any YouTube. It's only Facebook and Instagram.
Okay, well, listen, be sure to keep doing what you're doing and keep posting and creating content so we can keep up with you. I'm really excited to see your journey, Petra, and I might see you in Toronto, sure, in September.
Yeah,
might fly up and see us.
Yeah, and you're sharing me for win, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
That's good.
Absolutely, you guys. But listen, I want to thank you guys for your time today. Petra, best of luck. I'm excited to see what you
Good.
Yeah?
Good. Thank you very much.
Take care, you guys. Looking forward to working with
you. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Take care. Bye.
Bye.